So I keep hearing that the EG4 6000 XP is not good for heavy loads with lots of inrush current, and we're going to put that to the test today. So here I've got my Klein clamp meter, and we're going to hook it on to the breaker box where we've got our well pump, which is right behind me. Okay, but before we do that and measure the inrush current, I want to talk real quick about what we're going to do as a test. I'm going to turn 2 of my inverters off so we only have 1 going, and we're going to see if we can run this well pump on just a single inverter. And before we do that, I've got Squirt here with me, and I wanted to take a moment to discuss the different types of power. And it may get a little bit nerdy, but I want you to hang in there with me. Now, what are these, and why should we actually care? First up, we have resistive loads. These are the straightforward types. Think of them like electric space heaters or your oven or your water heater, etc. Resistive loads consume power in a straight line pretty much, and the current and voltage rise and fall together. And for an off-grid inverter, this is pretty much the easy stuff for it to handle. Now, the inductive loads, these are the trickier ones. They're like your well pump, your pool pumps, air compressors, HVAC systems, and power tools, whatever it is like that. This makes it tough for the inverters to handle without some sophisticated tech. So why is powering a 5-horse well pump a noteworthy feat for an all-in-one off-grid inverter like the EG4 6000 XP? This beast of a pump is not just about its power needs, but being an inductive load, it requires a hefty surge of power at startup, which is the inrush current. And many inverters can stumble here, either failing to start the pump or tripping or faulting out altogether. Our goal today is to see if a single EG4 6000 XP can run this pump and do it without any hiccups. So what does this mean for me as a homesteader? Well, reliable access to water if 1 or even 2 of my inverters go out and completely die on me, I still have 1 inverter left. This is critical, plus the efficiency of the XP over the old EX inverters. This means that I'm not just throwing precious solar energy away, and I'm keeping my system as sustainable as possible. And this is not just about running a pump, it's about ensuring that our homestead remains sustainable and self-sufficient. And that, my friend, is a game changer for me and the off-grid world. Now, real quick, before we get back to the test, I want to remind you that your support helps me continue to put out these videos, and I deeply appreciate it if you would consider using my affiliate link when making a purchase from Signature Solar. Now let's get back to the test. First, we're going to talk through how you do this. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to go to your amps, and right here, make sure that you've got your AC selected. In this case, AC is white. If I want to go to DC, I would hit the select, but I'm going to keep on AC. Now that I'm right here, I know that it's going to be over 40 amps, or at least I'm suspecting it's going to be over 40 amps. So I'm going to go ahead and select this 400 amps right here so we don't max it out. And then I'm going to hit min max. Now when I clamp this on right here, right now we should see nothing, and that is the case. So now what I'm going to do is go turn on the water hose, which is hanging out over here, and hopefully it doesn't spray all over what we're doing. All right, water's going. We're going to keep an eye on this. Man, there we go, 50 amps, look at that. And let's turn it off and go back over and see what it is continuous. Yeah, right there, just like I said, 25. So now that we know what it takes, at least what the max amperage is and the continuous amperage, let's see if we can run it on just 1 EG4 6000 XP, or is it going to take 2, or does it take 3? I don't know. But in order for us to do that, first thing we need to do is turn everything else off so that we can do this accurately, make sure we aren't getting any false positives. Okay, so in this situation, the batteries, you can ignore this. That's where I used to send energy back to the barn, but now we've got it coming in from a different location. The well, we've got a 100 amp breaker. That is what actually sends down to the well. And then I'm going to turn all of this back off. Everything's off. All right, this is L1 going out to the house. This is showing you that there's absolutely no energy that is going to the house from here. So I also want to kick off the grid. Okay, we're gonna make sure that it doesn't default to grid. We want to make sure that we're going to test on just a single inverter. I can actually hear that the freezer is going right now. So we're going to come over here. These three are inverters. So what's happening is we've got power that comes from these guys and it comes up in here to these guys. And then it comes out the bottom here and goes to the house. But it's also in here. So we're going to turn these off. And we're going to lose all of our power. This is actually a really great work light that someone gave me. Now what we're going to do is power down these two units. EPS is going to go off. EPS is going to go off. So now we're just running on this one unit alone. Then we're going to turn this guy's powers off. This one's powered off. We have one inverter. I'm going to hit min-max, and I'm going to go turn on the water. Okay, because we have a 150-gallon tank, it may take a minute for this to actually work, but we're gonna wait here and see what happens. I think it did it. We got our 52.9 amps. And we're drawing 25 amps. And this guy's going, but how long is it gonna last? This is impressive, y'all. Continuous 25.6 amps, one inverter. Let's flip over to DC amps. Pulling 133 amps DC. I'll go back to AC. Oh, look at that. The well pump just kicked off. Guys, it did it. Why on earth would I swap out the 6000 EX inverter for the 6000 XP inverters whenever those are low frequency and these are not going to be able to handle large loads like that 5-horse pump? Well, this video shows that that massive pump was able to be run on just a single unit. I've got three. I love that I have three because 2 is 1, 1 is none, 3 is for me. And in the event one of these goes bad, I'm not stuck with not being able to get water. I can have 2 of them go out, for that matter, and still be able to run water, and I love that. So y'all, I don't know if there's anything on the market for the price that can do what these things can do. They're great for heavy loads like air compressors and well pumps. They're great for dryers and for cooking with electric stoves. We run them for our electric heat and our air conditioning. We run them for everything in our house, and they just keep going. We've been doing it for about 4 weeks now, and not a single fault at all. If you're in the market for one of these, if you're in the market for going off-grid with solar and doing a DIY project, don't look any further than this. Now, are you gonna get better quality if you go for a Solarc? Absolutely, but you're also gonna pay a whole lot more for it. But if you don't need to be able to sell back to the grid, I don't see why you would ever need to go with anything other than the 6000 XP. If you are in the market for any of this equipment, solar panels, the EG4 6000 XP, wiring, mounting, whatever it is, check out Signature Solar. I would love for you to use my affiliate link. I'll make a small commission. and that allows me to continue to make these videos and put out information and test different things. So thanks a lot for doing that. I really appreciate a lot of you guys have already used the links. Thanks a lot. And check out one of these videos over here. YouTube thinks this one is perfect for you, and this is the playlist for all of our solar stuff. Talk to you next time.